Hello, friends, lovers. A good day. Happy new week. Today is what? Monday? Yes. Happy new week. And March is coming to an end. How is everybody doing? I hope everyone is doing well, and I hope this video meets you well. There is a lot we can learn from this story, so I decided to come in here for us to discuss it together. I know most of you will be seeing this live stream later on, but yes, this is the time I have to drop this quick one before other conversation will be popping up. So welcome to Trends with Octavia. We are here to discuss life stories, sometimes we also cover true life stories and stories where you can learn one or two from. So that's what we do over here. And this is one of those stories. Okay, immediately I saw it, I'm like, this is the type of story we love to share, where people can learn one or two from it. So I will quickly check our sound and we will get right into this live stream. If you're coming across our channel for the first time, you are most welcome. Okay, this is where you get all your latest gist, so you don't even want to miss. Subscribe, like, share, turn on your notification bell so you don't miss our gist. Okay, that being said, I'm trying to find this live stream, check the sound, and we will get into the conversation. 20 minutes, 30 minutes at most. Let's see if we can round this gist up. Okay, so first of all, I have to find this stream. Then we will continue the conversation. So just give me a second. Let me get right in. But families sometimes are going to shock you with the way they behave. Okay, whew. Family. They will shock you. That's one thing that I know. If you have a good family, lucky you. If not, then you are on your own. Okay, so all right, so yes, part of the noise you're going to be listening to because family just bumped in right now. But yes, I want to check the sound and we will get right into this conversation. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm coming. Okay, so yo, if you know, you know. If you're a mom, you know. You're a mother, you have a family, you know that. Yes. So now I'm going to multitask as we do this. Okay, so we were talking about family, and yes, that's what we're talking about. How this young man was betrayed by his own family. Okay, that's the conversation that we are having. I want to quickly check this out. Okay, so let me quickly check this out and then we will get into the conversation. Okay. Uh, okay, so this man returned back home after, I think that sound is good. Let me know if you're watching from the, or if your job you're watching, let me know if the sound is good. But it seems like it is echoing. It echoes, but I hope the sound is good. Anyway, this man returned home after 23 years of living outside his country. So this man happens to be a Nigerian from what we are hearing so far. So he lived in South Africa, hustling. He worked in the entertainment industry. So he mentioned some big names that he's done shows for and things like that. So it's not even a kind of, according to the man's story. And he was saying all of this with all boldness. Pardon the noise, the sound you're going to be hearing. I'm trying to multitask, give you the gist and dish out food. Okay, so yes, so this man lived outside Nigeria in South Africa, and he said he has worked with big names, MI, Two Face. He was naming names, and he even told people, that they can check him on Instagram. He said his company name, and he said people should check him on Instagram. Trying to prove, you could see the desperation in this man's eyes. About the situation that he's going through right now, trying to prove that, look, I don't know what my family told you people. I thought I was coming to see my family after 23 years. I've been sending them money for them to, build a house, those kind of things that our African brothers and sisters love to do, that they will travel out and they will go hustle night and day, sleepless nights. In fact, then sometimes people back home in motherland, they don't understand. Some families are just mean, seriously. Some family understands when you send them money to start up something for you, they will do so. But some family is just mean. If you're just coming in, please like the live stream. Thank you so very much. So back to the gist at hand. So now, this young man, after sending money for 23 years, telling the family to maybe buy properties for him, build house, invest in his home country. So, a lot of people have the plans of, after working for a while, they will go back home. Nobody wants to settle down in a strange man's land or in a foreign land forever. A lot of people wants to go back home. So only for this man to come back with his full chest, thinking that, oh, well, I've been working for 23 years. It's not 23 days, first of all. You understand? So you should be able to beat your chest if you have family members that are honest. You should be able to beat your chest that all the money that you send them, because trust me, some person might want to argue that, wait, okay, you were sending money for them to build houses for you and start up businesses and all of these things. Did you send money for them to take care of themselves too, and feeding and all of that? There is no way somebody will give you a contract, say, please help me oversee this, my contract, and the person will not be sending you something for yourself. Every time someone sent you on an errand, and I'm talking about our people, okay? Motherland. I don't know for other countries and how they do their thing. But if you are an African, then we know that, yes, when you tell somebody, help me do this, you have to give the person money for drink. At least, we used to call it money for drink or money for water. Buy a bottle of water and drink and things like that. But you understand what I mean. So I don't understand how this person wants to, this family wants to claim or pretend that, oh, magically, first of all, the things that he asked you people to do for him, you people did not do. And then at the same time, you people want to even twist this whole thing around and make it look like, well, this man is out of his mind. I'm going to warm you up. So, because you're the small one, give me a second. Welcome. If you're just joining, you are welcome. That's yours. You're welcome. I just picked up the little one from school and I want us to have this conversation. So I'm preparing her food. And somehow she just wants me to serve the older people first. Little ones. Okay, so back to the gist. So I'm like, there is no excuse, because this man would have been sending money for these family members that were responsible for these contracts that he wanted them to execute for him. He would have been sending them money also, So why not just do what you did? Or did they invest the money that he asked them to invest in what they were supposed to invest it in? But instead of buying properties in the man's name, they probably were buying properties in their own names, building houses in their own names, starting up businesses in their own names. And after 23 years, it's almost like, let's say from 15, 16 years, or even let's say even 10 years into it, they are feeling like maybe this one will never come back home. You understand? So let's just keep squandering the money, because most times people just love to squander money when they are not the ones working for the money. So that's what I see, because there's no other way. There is no other way you want to explain this thing that is going to make absolute sense. That for 23 years, somebody was hustling, sending you money to build a house, to buy properties in their own name, and they come back home, not even a thing. Not even one could show for it that, yes, you people did, and you're supposed to be what? Family members. Since when family members are people that are supposed to be behaving like this? Because trust me, if this guy had given this contract to strangers, people professionals that are responsible for this and real estate, but he probably would have gotten his properties and everything ready. Do you understand? And maybe have his lawyer and things like that will handle his documentation and things like that. But the fact that he trusted his family to do this, and this is the response that he gets from the family, and the betrayal alone, the betrayal is something that will shock you. The betrayal is something that will shock you to your bones, okay? Because I'm like, wait a minute, this person came home, one, you didn't do what he asked you to do, and at the same time, you want to make it look like the person is crazy, like he's mentally disturbed. I really want to hear people's take. Like, what kind of family are some people coming from? Because I can't imagine you trusting your family members to help you, because people abroad sometimes you don't even sleep. You don't sleep. People are holding down 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs. As you're coming from one, you're going to the other one. You're coming from this other job, you're going to the other job. You're working out for 23 years, trusting and believing that, because at the end of the day, that company and everything, tell me, are the family members not going to benefit from it? If, for example, he said establish this company and build this type of business and whatnot. Tomorrow, if the brothers and sisters and cousins and things, they don't have food to eat, are you telling me that this man is going to completely ignore them? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. He's going to most definitely help them, and he's going to most definitely, help them to sort out whatever issues they are having. So tell me, why betray your own family member up to the extent that you people want to make him look like a mad person? And you know that if you say that he's mentally unstable, then people will think that whatever he's saying is not true. So when he starts telling the story of, I gave them money, I gave them this to do this for me, to do that for me, it would be like, he's not stable, so nobody should mind him. And the next thing, you will end up in psychiatric ward. And people that did not hustle for nothing, people that were just sleeping, enjoying themselves because their mind, my brother, my sister is abroad. So I'm just going to relax and be lazy and do nothing. And then, manna is going to fall from heaven. Some family members are just mean. Some family members are mean. GM. Some family members are just mean. Please pardon me, I'm multitasking. Just picked up the little ones from school, so I'm just gonna set their food on the table and I'll sit down and we'll have this gist. Okay, so I'm like, I really don't get it. I was just looking at the man, watching the video, looking at his face, his expression, sitting on the floor, his pants are torn, looking like a crazy person. And I feel like that was deliberate. They deceived him and took him into that place so that when he comes out, he will look tattered and he will look the part. Hence, they deceived him, and they know that we're very religious now. Motherland, everybody's religious. They deceived him. I'm laughing, but it's not funny. They deceived him and said, that he should come. Let them take him to an alpha. Alpha Sule. That's Muslims. That's what they call their own. As the Christians who say pastor, prophet, man of God, and so So an alpha. So they took him to an Alpha Sule to go. So inside his mind, yes, my family, they wish me well. They wish me well, and they want the best for me. Only for this man to follow them to this Alpha Sule's place, and according to this man, they just pushed him into a room, and that was it. All right, so I want to pull up this in the video. Give me a second, because the man was talking a little bit about it, and I kept that clip because I want us to listen to it together. Okay. He's gonna speak his language too a little bit.
I based in South Africa with Cape Town. My name is Bayo Salami. That's my real name. My company is Kubuki Empire. I'm one of the top models, top promoter in South Africa. So I've done many wonderful shows from Davido to Whiskey to Emma.
Whiskey, Banky W, Emma.
Empire. KUVUKILEMPIRE. Kubukiempire.com, but under management now. But you can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube. Play my YouTube for them. My family, I just arrived to Nigeria. Based on the family issues, I'm asking for my properties and everything. They deny that they see other development. I don't complain. I told them we're no problem. Let me go back to where I came from. And they told me that they have to go to somewhere. This one alpha will pray for me. because when I get there, I have a blessing from God. It's all right, my family, who I am to judge, who I am to tell my family. They do all this because of my own achievement and my own progress. When I came, when I arrived there, one of just told me that I should come inside the room. Meanwhile, I'm thinking that maybe he wanted to pray for me. So suddenly, he just pushed me inside one room.
Can you imagine?
I saw some people there that are there for like 6 months, 1 year. And their living conditions are terrible. I was like, what am I doing here? So throughout the day, when did you get there? I'm going to 17 days now.
17 days.
My family sometimes they deliver for twice in a day. And the living condition there is very terrible. I wish everybody can go there right now. Go and confirm the living condition. I don't understand anything because I'm smoking cigarettes.
Since when people that smoke cigarettes are crazy?
Dubai, they don't drink alcohol. There's no secret to buy. Inside Quran, inside Quran and Bible, there's no fast against secrets. I'm not a drunkard. I just want to check my page on my Instagram so that I'm in the Nigerian industry. See the way I look like now. See the way I look like I'm homeless. I'm not insane. So what happened today? Today, I don't know, those guys have already planned something today. I'm like, it did yesterday. I'm new today. So I've been there for 8 months, 7 months, 5 months. So then, because they live like anarchists. Like we are the leaders of the house, the boss of the house. So sometimes they pray for me. They pray for my hand. My sister bought match for me. They put the match for my hand. Because I have to give number 1 of the house. But I don't want people to touch my body or all these things. I confirm by the law of their house. Because I'm under stress. So now, anything they give you money, number 1 was collect money for my hand. Can't say anything to them. So this one, imagine this one will reach my last born of the family. All my brothers now, give them my Instagram now. They are big bossing, and I know that they know where I am. So why did you get to Nigeria? I came to Nigeria on Christmas. Last year Christmas, no, last year's Christmas. Where did you go from? No, Abuja. I based in Abuja. I just arrived to Ibadan. Now after 2 months, I came to Ibadan. No. So when I arrived to Ibadan, I'm staying in a hotel, 4 Cosmo Hotel. Ajibode there. Yeah. So then my other brother staying in Lakoto. No, Lakoto. Before Sanji. How many years did you spend as well? 23 years. 23 years. Yeah. Totally. South Africa, Malaysia, Cyprus, from West Africa, Cotonou, Ghana, Togo. The same name, both names empty about me. Go to my Facebook. All my generation, my life of 16 years old today.
So you people, you've heard it from the horse's mouth. You know, he said he left from when he was 16 years old. He's been abroad. He said he's been to different countries, you know, from this thing, Cyprus to name it. He has been everywhere. You understand? So this person has been hustling to also other African countries and things like that, hustling and sending money home to make sure that they help develop something for him. And look at the kind of thing they did. How do you take somebody to an alpha? That means from the beginning that they, you know, told him to follow them to that Alpha Sule's place. They already knew that they were not taking him to that Alpha Sule's place for a prayer. Okay, for those of you wondering what is Alpha Sule? Alpha Sule, they're like prophets, you know, but that's what the Muslims, they call their own leaders of this thing. So they call them Alpha Sules. So him thinking that, oh, they're taking him to this place so that their Alpha Sule is going to pray for him and he's going to prosper, even though he came back and they were making excuses that this was in federal government. What does federal government have to do with somebody that is hustling and sending the person's money home if he's not doing anything that is out? Why would his things get to that's not even an excuse. That's not even something that somebody would believe. If it's some people, they will put their foot down. You say my thing is under federal government investigation, or they're holding it. Okay, take me to the offices and let me know the people responsible. Let me ask questions. No, he said, okay, let me go back to where I'm coming from. Since people said my things have not been released yet and everything. After 23 years. Then what they did was to take him to Alpha Sule's place so they can imprison him, you know, to make him look tattered. 17 days being there, and look at how he spoke about the condition of that place. And I hope that they follow this up. Okay, go to check, because I don't understand why they bring somebody to a prayer house. We've seen this; it happens both with the Muslims, the Christians, and all the this thing. beliefs, traditional believers and everything. The torture that they torture people that they claim to be sick or people that needs healing. I don't understand how that connects to any form of healing where people will be beaten, people will be maltreated, people will be locked up in the dark rooms and with no light, with nothing, fed once in a day or sometimes not even fed. They go in looking okay and they come out looking like a fish bone. Like, I don't understand. And how do these type of family members sleep at night, knowing fully well that you're sitting on somebody's sweat? Okay, you're sitting on somebody's sweat. He's jumping around the whole world, hustling to make sure that by the time he gets to maybe his late 40s or early 50s, he can retire back home and start doing his business and just enjoy the rest of his life. And this is what family does to him after 23 years. Somebody that left home 16. And after 23 years, this is the payment he receives for coming back home to ask for the things that he actually invested in. Stories like this, people just need to learn from it, because sometimes instead of using family, if you know that your families are one kind of people, because at the end of the day, everybody knows their family members. No matter how you try to pretend, sugarcoat, paint this, you know your family members. So if you know that you cannot trust them with these type of contracts and you're based overseas, don't send anything to your family members. Look for a way and see how you can get in touch. If you're trying to buy a home, find out where you know the companies, legit, well-registered companies and everything, and follow through with that, instead of even the use that an outsider actually that can execute. Bravo. An outsider that can actually execute that job for you. Okay, and you buy your properties and you start up and you do your things, and once in a while, since he's somebody that travels a lot, he should have just gone back home once in a while to check the progress of, if it's the building, if it's the business, how is it going and everything. Go and oversee your business, because nobody's going to handle your business the way you are going to handle your business. So this man should have just gone back home and handled his business by himself, so that way he knows that, okay, I've done this, I've sorted this out, and that's it for that. But anyways, I just wanted to come in here for us to have this conversation. But people should just learn. Don't be sending money and thinking because they're my family members. There are a lot of uncompleted buildings. There are lots of people constructing buildings. So just because somebody is sending you a photograph or a video of a land where somebody is constructing a house or building a company, does not mean that that land belongs to you. Does not mean that your name is there. If you're able to go back once in a while, go back home and oversee things for yourself. And as you go back, check your documents, double check everything. Try to find out, if you're buying properties, trying to find out who the property was bought from and everything. Just make sure that everything is intact. Cross your T's, dot your I's. Do it yourself if you can. But this one that you leave it for a very long time, and this man is not the first person. The other one, he came back, he stayed in the US or the UK, where stayed abroad for over 30 something years, sending money home and everything. After him and his wife, they worked and worked and worked for over 30 years. They decided to retire back home. They arrived, and the next thing that night, the man's brother and they planned and they unalived the man and his wife. Because why? All these years he was sending money home to build this for me, do this for me, do that for me. Nothing was kept for him. They were instead using the money that he was sending to set himself up when he retires and he will go back home. No, they use it to set themselves up. So when he came, he couldn't even believe the kind of place he was sleeping in, an uncompleted building. That's somebody that stayed abroad. Bravo. That was somebody that stayed abroad for how many years? And we see these things happening and people still repeat the same mistake. Don't do it. If you know you cannot trust family members to handle it, get other professionals that can handle it for you. And if you're somebody that you have a little bit of spare time that you can jump on a flight and go back home and oversee your things by yourself. Keep your documents for yourself. Do your things for yourself, because people back home just feel like you hustle and it's just no big deal that they spend the money, that it's your sweat. You're the one not sleeping. You're the one jumping from one job to the other. You can't even sit down and eat your food properly. You will have to be eating on the road and running. So you meet up to get to the next job. As you're rounding up that one, you're going to the other job, and everything, all the sweat and everything, you end up coming back and family members just relax, eating chicken, eating fried rice, drinking the most expensive wines and things like that. You understand? So it is really, really annoying that people even do things like this. It is annoying. If you're watching this video, let me know in the comment section what you think about this. Okay, when I saw it on the blogs, I'm like, yo, I really need to bring this in here and let us discuss it. Let me know what you think about what this man's family members did to him and the fact that they had to even, because that story of federal government is holding his properties, we all know that that's a lie. It's because there's no properties anywhere. They've either squandered all the money or they use the money to build houses in their names, businesses in their names, buy expensive designer clothing, the most beautiful and expensive cars, partying, enjoying their lives, training their children. It's just squandering the man's money. No federal government anywhere is holding anything that belongs to this man. No way. If this man will follow it up now, you will see that they will not be able to prove that federal government seized anything. Because what is the thing he did that is making federal government to seize his properties? So it just does not make any form of sense at all. So it says this man returns to Nigeria after. Okay, so it said this man returned to Nigeria after 23 years and requested the properties he had sent money for from his family. Instead, they took him to Alpha Olori's place, claiming he was insane. Can you imagine? They even call him a madman. For the past 21 days, they have been beating him daily. You can imagine somebody coming to ask for his own properties. They are taking him to an Alpha Sule's place for him to be beaten every day. Every day. So he was handed over to the police afterward. So you see, so just to make it official, after they've tortured him for, I think at least he said 17 days, but this post said 21 days. So let's say between 17 to 21 days, they held him. They made him look like a crazy person. When you look at his trousers, it's even torn, his leg is injured and everything. So after they've made him look the part, they've actually sat down and said, well, since we don't have anything to give him, we're going to say he's insane. And then after torturing him for days and weeks and everything, we'll now make it legal, because what they're doing is illegal. They will now make it legal by handing him over to the police. So the police say, okay, you people's brother have mental, okay, let's take him, let's go to the this hospital. Then the next thing, he will be admitted into a psychiatric hospital when nothing is wrong with his brain. I hope this word goes out and they investigate this man's family. And no, if somebody like me, I know they pity anybody. All the family members should be arrested. Anybody that ATVs is sent to, arrest them until they puke out all the money, because somebody will not be hustling, sending you money to do something, and you're pocketing all the money. That being said, that brings me to the end. Like I said, we're going to make a quick live stream. This is 27 minutes. I said 20 minutes or 30 minutes. We're going to round this up. So thank you so very much for joining me today. Now, if you love our gist over here, subscribe, like, share, turn on your notification bell. And if you see a gist that you feel like we should come in here and talk about, it could be anything on the news you want us to discuss, let me know. You can find us on Instagram. You can call our attention, tag us if you see a post where you feel like let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Just mention trends with Octavia. You can find it on. Pardon the noise in the background. Okay, like I said, family is around. I wanted to quickly round up before they popped in, but yes. All right, so tag us on Instagram if you are, over there. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. You can always find us, tag us on any gist that you want us to cover. If it's a topic that you're very passionate about and you want us to come in here, discuss on a live stream like so, and you have so much to say and you just don't want to type in the comment section, let us know. We can schedule a live stream, and you can also jump on the link. I can drop the link and we can have that conversation. Thank you all so very much. Bye for now.